time. He actually changed my life, Nick Nolte.
How?
Because Nick, up until then, I was like, acting, whatever. You learn your lines, you go do it. And I'm like, whatever.
At 84, Nick Nolte has finally decided to share something truly extraordinary. The 7 actors he genuinely liked over his decades in Hollywood. Not the ones everyone expects, not the ones that make tabloid headlines.
For at least nobody calling you shithead.
I may call you worse than that.
But the people he could actually enjoy being around while navigating the chaos, egos, and eccentricities of film sets.
Walk away now, and you're gonna...
It's a mix of charm, craft, wit, and unpredictability. The kind of actors who could make Nolte laugh, nod in approval, or quietly shake his head in appreciation. Of course, this list comes with a twist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jason Diogenes. That'd be kind of like old times.
It's playful, ironic, and in many ways exaggerated. After all, Nick Nolte has seen it all, and he's not one to hand out praise lightly. These 7 actors are the ones who earned his subtle nods, his rare smiles.
We ain't partners, we ain't brothers, and we ain't friends. I'm putting you down and keeping you down until Gans is locked up or dead. And if Gans...
And perhaps even his respect for keeping their professionalism intact without sacrificing personality. While you dive into this cinematic Hall of Fame, don't forget to subscribe, because if Nick Nolte thinks these actors deserve recognition,
It's good to meet you. He kind of chuckled and they walked off.
you probably want to stick around for more Hollywood stories, both real and imagined one. Robert Duvall. Robert Duvall tops Nolte's list, and it's easy to understand why. Nolte has long admired actors who embody authenticity without forcing it, who can carry a scene quietly, yet leave an unforgettable impact. Duvall doesn't just act. He inhabits his roles, bringing layers of subtlety and nuance that make every scene feel lived in rather than merely performed. According to our imagined behind-the-scenes accounts, Nolte once worked with Duvall on a late-night shoot where everything had gone wrong. Lights malfunctioning, props missing, crew members exhausted. While everyone else was scrambling, Duvall calmly delivered his lines, improvised when necessary, and somehow made the scene feel seamless. Nolte, exhausted and grumbling, reportedly muttered, "This guy makes it look easy." Duvall's presence wasn't loud, flashy, or demanding. It was quietly commanding. Nolte liked that. He respected that. And in this playful retelling, he admired the kind of effortless mastery that comes from years of experience, patience, and genuine talent. 2. Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep is second on Nolte's list, and it's hard to argue with the choice. Her talent is legendary, and Nolte reportedly respects the combination of precision, depth, and effortless transformation she brings to every role. Streep has the uncanny ability to disappear into a character while simultaneously asserting her presence in every scene. In this expanded imaginary anecdote, Nolte recalls a scene where he was struggling with a particularly tricky emotional beat. Meryl, sensing his difficulty, leaned over with a small, reassuring smile and delivered her own lines in such a natural, nuanced way that it reminded him why he loves acting in the first place. She didn't just act, Nolte supposedly thought. She taught without saying a word. Her mastery of subtlety and timing was precisely what Nolte admired, a perfect balance of skill and presence. 3. Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson earns his spot for sheer energy and unpredictability. Nolte loves actors who are alive in the moment, who bring a spark that can make a scene memorable regardless of the script. Jack's presence is magnetic, his timing impeccable, and his humor often biting. In one imagined story, Nolte recalls a set where a scene required a tense confrontation. Nicholson, sensing the mood, subtly inserted his own comedic beat without breaking character. Nolte, caught off guard, reportedly laughed, forgot a line, and had to improvise his way back into the scene. Rather than annoyance, however, he felt respect. Jack Nicholson had a way of dominating the screen while keeping co-stars engaged and entertained. 4. Diane Keaton. Diane Keaton appears on Nolte's list for her unique blend of vulnerability, wit, and charm. Nolte respects actors who can balance humor with drama, intelligence with playfulness, and spontaneity with professionalism. Keaton supposedly embodies all of these qualities. In our playful imagining, Nolte remembers working on a set where Keaton kept the atmosphere lively while staying fully in character. She could deliver a dramatic monologue, then immediately lighten the mood with an unexpected quip or gesture, without ever seeming inconsistent. Nolte appreciated that she never demanded attention, but always earned it. Another reason Keaton ranks high in Nolte's imagined admiration is her ability to make scenes feel alive without overplaying anything. In one anecdote, Nolte supposedly forgot his line, and Keaton, with a slight tilt of her head and a perfectly timed glance, kept the moment believable, saving the take to Nolte. That's the mark of a great actor. Someone who enhances your performance while making it feel effortless. 5. Al Pacino. Al Pacino makes Nolte's list for his intensity and unwavering commitment to craft. He's an actor who gives everything he has, fully immersing himself in every role, and Nolte admires that dedication. In a fictional behind-the-scenes story, Nolte describes a scene where Pacino delivered a monologue so intense that the crew reportedly forgot to breathe. Nolte, standing across from him, felt the energy wash over him and had to match it without losing his own performance. It was exhilarating, exhausting, and deeply satisfying. That, according to Nolte, is what makes Pacino one of the greats. He elevates the scene not by overpowering others, but by raising the stakes so everyone must rise to the occasion. Nolte also reportedly respects Pacino's professionalism.
A very involving disciplinary thing. It's frustrating.
Despite his intensity, Pacino is reliable, prepared, and focused, a rare combination in Hollywood. In Nolte's playful recounting, Pacino is the actor who demands excellence while inspiring it, making him not only enjoyable to work with, but unforgettable. 6. Jessica Lange. Jessica Lange is included for her elegance, emotional depth, and understated power. Nolte reportedly admires actors who can convey profound emotion with a mere glance, a pause, or a subtle inflection, and Lange does this masterfully. In a fictional anecdote, Nolte recalls filming a quiet scene where Lange had no dialogue. She simply sat across from him, reacting to the moment, and yet her presence filled the room. Nolte reportedly thought, "This is acting at the highest level." Lange's ability to dominate a scene without demanding it makes her a dream co-star. Beyond her talent, Nolte enjoys Lange's approach to collaboration. She reportedly listens, adapts, and enhances every scene with minimal fuss. In Nolte's imagined retelling, she embodies grace under pressure, a combination of skill and humility that makes her highly likable on and off set. 7. Samuel L. Jackson. Finally, Samuel L. Jackson rounds out Nolte's favorite actors for his energy, charisma, and confidence. Nolte allegedly admires actors who fully embrace their personality, deliver lines with precision and flair, and inject humor and intensity where needed. In a playful imagined story, Nolte recalls a scene where Jackson improvised a line that completely changed the tone of the moment. Instead of annoyance, Nolte reportedly laughed, adjusted his own performance, and ended up with a take far superior to the original. Jackson, in Nolte's imaginary assessment, is the actor who can dominate a scene, command attention, and still make co-stars feel included and engaged. His larger-than-life presence makes him enjoyable to work with, while reminding everyone that acting is both craft and performance art. And there you have it, the 7 actors Nick Nolte liked the most at 84, presented with all the playful admiration, ironic humor, and imagined behind-the-scenes anecdotes you'd expect from Robert Duvall's quiet mastery to Samuel L. Jackson's magnetic energy. These actors are a mix of talent, charisma, and personality, the kind of people Nolte could genuinely enjoy sharing a set with. Of course, this list is playful, fictionalized, and exaggerated for entertainment purposes, but it captures the essence of what makes Nolte appreciate skill and presence in his co-stars. If you enjoyed this detailed journey through Nolte's imagined cinematic favorites, don't forget to subscribe, because Hollywood is full of personalities, quirks, and stories that never make the headlines. And there are always more imagined insights waiting to be shared. After all, if someone with 84 years of experience in the business thinks a co-star is worth noting, it's probably worth paying attention.